Let me show you guys how you can add wireless CarPlay and Android Auto to your original screen on this W204. This is the pre-facelift version with the pop-out screen. Now you do need the whole screen system for it. You can't do it on the tiny small screen. This here is called a NTG4 command system. Welcome everyone to another episode of DIY Made Easy, and without any further delay, let's get started. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to be doing is removing these two rubber bits here. That's going to allow for us to push the tabs down and pry this out using a spudger. The first thing that's coming out is your AC vents. Now once you pry open the AC vents, there's going to be three connections behind here. Go ahead and undo all three of these connections, and then we will move to the radio. Alright, with the AC vent out of the way, you have to go ahead and undo these Torx 20. There's two Torx 20 here that you have to undo, and then this metal clip lifter will lift up. That's going to allow for you to slide the radio out of the place. Undo all the connections from behind and put it to the side. Once you undo the Torx screws, you'll see this pull tab behind the radio itself, behind the Torx screw where it was mounted. Pull it up, do the same on the other side, and that will allow for you to pull your radio out. Alright, once everything is removed from the center part with the radio, we're gonna go ahead and remove the undercover from underneath the glove box. That will allow for us to pull this carpet out. Once we have this carpet out, that's gonna allow for us to mount a module there. So what I'm gonna do quickly is pull this carpet out, run my cable from there. Now you'll see in the kit, you'll get the main power harness that also has a connection for aux. Now what I'm going to do is show you a setting that you guys can do that will prevent you from running this all the way into the glove box. So you can just tape it up, put it on the side, make it all neat. So let me quickly go ahead and tape all of my wiring that comes in the kit. That is the LVDS cable, that is the 4G antenna, and this system is NTG4, so that's my actual NTG4 module. So what I'm going to do here is quickly go ahead and do all of my plug and play system, and then explain to you guys how I've run my wiring, where I've run it, and how you can run it too. It's very hard for me to show you from underneath, but all you have to do in order to remove this trim here, there's one Torx 20 there, one in the center, and one up top. Go ahead from underneath, get these three out, and then you can put this to the side. Now we can pull away the carpet. Don't pull it all the way out, just peel it out from its place. That will allow access for you to run your wires to the center. Let me quickly go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Now if you see here, that's the orange cable, that's the fiber optic, so you have to get it out of its place and mount it in the new one, the new harness that comes in the kit, in the same exact spot. What I'm going to do, quickly pull this tab up, slide it out, put it in the new one, and then mount everything here, run it all down there, and then see you with the things installed. First connection, the LVDS cable coming out of the factory side is going to go to the module, and then another cable from the module is going to come out that's going to plug behind your original NTG4 radio. Alright, so because I'm going to be installing a reverse camera as well, I'm not going to finalize this part just yet. But for here, what I've done here is plugged in my LVDS to the original one that's coming out of the factory side. The new one is just hanging out, the new one is just hanging out here. Now you'll see these two kinds of eyelet that are coming out of your LVDS cable. What you have to do is when you're putting the radio back in, you have to ground this on the chassis or any other ground point that you can find. These two are your video signal grounds. So make sure you ground them before putting the radio back in. Quad lock, all the other connection, just like normal. So what I'm gonna do is plug all of this section back in, put it all back in, leave that section exposed for now so we can mount our reverse camera to it. Alright, so now in my case, it was actually not too bad to put it back on. What you have to do is kind of slide it over. You'll see two grooves here where the middle part of the guiding pin is gonna sit. That's gonna allow for the whole thing to go back in flush and nice. It wasn't too bad for my case. It can take a bit of time, be patient. You don't want to crush any of the wiring at the back side. Now again, just to be sure, I'm going to plug this one back in, make sure it's all working before I put this section back on. Now after that, what I'm going to do with my USB is actually run it inside the glove box there. Now you guys can run your USB wherever you like. You can kind of take these two panels out and also run it in the center console if you prefer that. In my case, I'm going to just put it here inside the glove box. And with that, I just have to wait for the rain to go away so I can start doing my reverse camera. Alright guys, seems like the rain is not going to stop. So anyways, I'm going to have to end this video here with the CarPlay installation. Now this here is fully being controlled by your original dial, and is also using your factory mic for your calls, fully functional with all of your steering wheel controls. You can answer songs, play songs, change tracks, everything working. Perfect system, very quick, very responsive. You can see here, there's no delays, no lags, extremely responsive system, guys. Now if you guys want a system like this, you want to buy this DIY kit, you can buy this on www.westernautocustoms.com.au, or if you want me to install this kit for you, you can send me an email on info@westernautocustoms.com.au, or simply reach out to me via text or call on 0475 469 577 to see how I can help you with your car. Peace!